Welcome back, Barcelona fans. Tonight we have massive breaking news coming straight from Catalonia, and it changes everything for Barca's season. From the relief over Joan Garcia's registration, avoiding another Olmo case, to huge transfer advice from Cury urging the club to sign Brazilian star Ederson. Plus Hansi Flick's strong words about Araujo, Pedri, Raphinha, Lamine Yamal, and the squad's mindset after the Chelsea defeat. This is one of the most important updates of the season, and you do not want to miss a single detail. Stay tuned because we break down the inside story, the decisions, the injuries, the transfer strategy, and Flick's message challenging Lamine Yamal to step up now. Let's dive straight into the news. Barcelona won't have to deal with the repeat of the Olmo case, with key summer arrival. In what will come as a major relief for FC Barcelona fans, there will be no repeat of the Dani Olmo case, this year on December 31st with goalkeeper Joan Garcia, reports Mundo Deportivo. The former Espanyol goalkeeper, who signed for Barcelona in the summer transfer window, is registered for the entire 2025-26 season through Marc-Andre ter Stegen's long-term injury, the report clarifies. No Olmo case. Therefore, there will be no end-of-year situation like December 31, 2024, when Barcelona had to seek income sources in order to achieve the 1:1 rule that would allow them to register Dani Olmo from January 1, 2025. After all, the Spanish playmaker's registration, secured from Andreas Christensen's long-term injury, expired on December 31, 2024. After a to and fro between La Liga and Barcelona, a provisional measure from the Higher Sports Council (CSD) in January then allowed Olmo to be registered, a decision that was ratified in early April. Situation handled with Garcia. In this case, Joan Garcia and Barcelona can celebrate the end of the year calmly because, according to Article 107 of La Liga's budget regulations, ter Stegen's absence is equal to or greater than 5 months. This also allows the club to use 80% of the German goalkeeper's salary for Garcia's registration. That is approximately €9.6 million of the €12 million earned by the German. If the absence determined by the medical commission for ter Stegen had been a maximum of 4 months, then Joan Garcia's license would indeed expire on December 31st, as Barcelona would only be able to use 50% of the German salary. However, these timelines also mean that ter Stegen will not be able to play, even though he remains registered despite the injury as permitted by La Liga regulations, until the 5-month absence period is completed. Otherwise, Barcelona would risk a sanction involving a fine that would affect their financial control. The fine would be 3 times the amount being used due to the German's injury, which would total around €29 million. Once the period is completed, Hansi Flick could count on all 3 of his goalkeepers, including Wojciech Szczesny. Agent of former Barcelona target advises club to sign Brazilian midfielder. It is an opportunity. Barcelona's 3-0 defeat to Chelsea was a bitter pill to swallow for the Blaugrana, not so much for the defeat itself as much as Estevao dominating the club's defensive lines and even scoring a memorable goal. Estevao, after all, was determined to join Barcelona not too long ago and was even offered to the Catalan club, before he eventually joined Chelsea. Now, Estevao's agent, Cury, has advised Barcelona to go after another player so that they don't miss out on yet another Brazilian star. Barcelona advised to sign Ederson. In a recent interview with KT Jugs, Hat Tip Sport, Cury has advised Barcelona to sign Brazilian midfielder Ederson. A player who I think can adapt very well to the system of play, contribute a lot of physicality and a lot of experience, is Ederson, who plays for Atlanta, he said. It must be noted that Cury has worked with Barcelona in the past, notably helping the club sign players like Arturo Vidal and Paulinho. Talking about Ederson, Cury believes it's an excellent market opportunity for Barcelona as the player is at the end of his contract and Atlanta may soon consider a sale operation. It is an opportunity because he is at the end of his contract, he said. Atlanta have not wanted to sell him despite receiving very high offers. But in this window of the winter or summer transfer market, they will make the operation. Ederson's current contract at Atlanta expires in 2027, meaning Atlanta must indeed cash in on the midfielder in the near future. To that end, Cury believes it will be a cost-effective operation for Barcelona. He is close to the end of the contract. They could have his price between 30 and 40 million, but he is a spectacular player who has one of the best numbers in Europe in his position. Before, Atlanta asked for between 60 and 75 million euros, he said. Finally, Cury talked about his relationship with Deco and admitted that he has a special affection for Barcelona. I am a friend of Deco and the president. I do my job, I indicate to the players that I have to indicate. I will always help with the operations because I have a very special affection for Barça," he concluded. Flick talks Araujo, Pedri, Raphinha, Lamine, Fermin, Eric ahead of Barcelona versus Alaves. After the midweek defeat to Chelsea, FC Barcelona will be gunning to bounce back to winning ways when they take on Deportivo Alaves in La Liga on Saturday. The Blaugrana have an excellent opportunity to go past arch-rivals Real Madrid in the table with a victory tomorrow, and will be hoping to collect all 3 points at the new Spotify Camp Nou. Ahead of the clash against Alaves, who are currently 14th in the league table, Barça manager Hansi Flick addressed the media, discussing various topics, including the absence of defender Ronald Araujo and the injury to Fermin Lopez. Kicking things off, the German tactician opened up on how his team will approach the game against Alaves, saying, "It's always about scoring goals. Alaves defend very well with passion. It will be difficult to score, but I think we'll manage it. The important thing is to get the 3 points." On injuries and returns, Ronald Araujo has missed 2 days of training, and providing an explanation for the Uruguayan star's absence, Flick said, "He has a stomach virus. He's out of training today and will also miss tomorrow's match." Regarding Araujo reportedly being severely affected mentally by the Chelsea loss, Flick added, "We're all feeling down. The defeat against Chelsea was tough. We thought we could win. We have to be optimistic about the next match." Fermin Lopez will also miss the game tomorrow due to a muscle injury. However, Flick dismissed reports suggesting that the youngster had suffered the injury versus Athletic Club and played against Chelsea while carrying discomfort. Athletic's tackle affected him, but he had no problems. It was after the match against Chelsea that he noticed some discomfort. "There's no other explanation," said the manager. "This is football and these things happen. Sometimes it has to do with new boots. Now they have a new color on their boots every month." Flick has opted to use Eric Garcia in midfield in recent games, preferring the versatile star ahead of Marc Casado and Marc Bernal. When asked about his preference in the center of the park, the Barcelona manager said, "I think Eric can play in different positions and we also wanted to try Andreas Christensen there. It's good for technical plays to have tall players. We believe in Marc Casado and Marc Bernal, who is coming back from injury. He'll get minutes. Casado will have opportunities, he has our full confidence," he affirmed. On if there was a possibility for Andreas Christensen to start tomorrow, he remarked, "We'll see. I don't normally like to talk about the possible starting 11. Flick also confirmed that Pedri will return and play some minutes against Alaves, saying, "He'll definitely get some minutes against Alaves but not from the start. We'll see. He may also play those minutes in the first half." The Barcelona head coach also highlighted the importance of Raphinha and how his return is a positive, saying, "For me, he's one of the most focused players in the team and I've missed him. He fits in very well with our philosophy and usually has a very positive impact on our game. He's very good in transition. His season last year didn't come out of nowhere. He's eager to show how good he is. I want him to show us how good he is." Flick also touched upon Lamine Yamal's fitness as well as his reaction to being substituted in the game against Chelsea. "Lamine is fine and feels good. Many players are unhappy when they are substituted. I was a player myself and often didn't react as I should have," he said. "Cucurella is one of the best fullbacks in the world, he's a very good player. But, for me now it's Lamine's turn to step up and show that we have to forget about the Chelsea game. That's when he has to show how good he is. On form and style of play." Talking about the team's form and inconsistency this season, especially in big games, the Barcelona manager elaborated. "When we lose and concede 3 goals, it's easy to say that it wasn't a good match or that it wasn't the Barca we'd like to see. At the end of the day, there are people who don't know what we need to play with that high line. It's our own style, it's not just about the defenders, the forwards and midfielders start the pressing. That's what I need from the players. The blame seems to fall on the defense, but that's not fair. If we don't all press well, we'll have problems, I want to make that clear." Continuing, he added, "I said I was optimistic because we did some things well, but we need to improve up front when we start pressing. I want to see what I see in training and I like what I see. The players are very focused and have a lot of quality. Pedri, Raphinha and Marcus will bring us more. I have to tell the players what I see." On whether there will be signings made in the January transfer window, Flick remarked, "I'm just focused on the next game. We have just over 3 weeks left before the break. There are a lot of games to play. All my energy is focused on that." Talking about the message he has for his players to improve, he noted, "I explained it before. In today's training session, I saw good dynamics and more intensity, which is what we lacked in the match against Chelsea." Discussing the La Liga title race, Flick insisted that his focus is only his team and winning their next game. Our goal is to get the 3 points, and every match in La Liga is a difficult one. Anything else is secondary. Source: Mundo Deportivo. After Barcelona's painful Champions League defeat to Chelsea, Hansi Flick has sent a strong message to young star Lamine Yamal. The teenager struggled at Stamford Bridge, facing heavy criticism after a difficult duel with Spain teammate Marc Cucurella, who completely shut him down that night. Despite the backlash, Flick is standing firmly behind his young winger. Speaking in his press conference, the Barça coach revealed that Lamine is feeling good physically and mentally, and insisted that the bad night in London doesn't change the club's faith in him. Flick admitted that no player likes being substituted, especially after a tough match, and he himself had similar reactions during his playing days. He praised Cucurella as one of the best fullbacks in the world, acknowledging that Yamal simply came up against a top defender in top form. But Flick also sent out a public challenge. Now is the moment for Lamine Yamal to step up, forget what happened against Chelsea, and show everyone exactly how talented he is. The Barça coach wants the youngster to respond on the pitch, reminding fans and critics why he is considered one of the brightest young players in world football. Flick believes Yamal's previous performances, where he looked sharp, confident, and dangerous, prove that one bad match doesn't define him. It was just an off night against an elite fullback, nothing more. Now, according to Flick, it's time for the teenager to bounce back and make a statement in the upcoming games. Speaking at a press conference on Friday, Hansi Flick was asked about Yamal's physical and mental condition following his struggle and reaction to his substitution midway through the second half at Stamford Bridge. But the coach says Lamine is feeling good and issued a public challenge for the teenager to remind the world of his quality in the games to come. Lamine is fine and feels good. Many players aren't happy when we substitute them. I was a player myself, and many times I didn't react as I should have. Cucurella is one of the best fullbacks in the world. He's a very good player, very intelligent. But for me, now it's Lamine's turn to step up and show that we have to forget the Chelsea game. Now is the time for him to show how good he is. Yamal was playing really well and looking very healthy in the 3 or 4 games prior to the Chelsea match. And the simple truth is he ran into one of the very best defensive fullbacks in Europe in Cucurella, who had an inspired night. Sometimes it happens, but it doesn't take away from Lamine's talent or ability to decide games. And there you have it, Culés, another crucial chapter in Barcelona's season. With Joan Garcia officially secure for the whole campaign, new transfer opportunities rising, key players returning, and Hansi Flick demanding a reaction from the squad, especially Lamine Yamal, the next few weeks will define Barca's destiny. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest breaking Barcelona news, transfer updates, and post-match reactions delivered here every day. Visca Barça, and see you in the next video.